It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by AgileDad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. It's time for our Agile, Not So Agile episode of the Daily Stand Up Podcast. So I thought it'd be interesting to talk about 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. Or I should say Happy New Year's, Adam, because tomorrow's New Year's Eve. I don't want to confuse people, but yeah, the point is, New Year will be coming upon us very soon. So, recapping 2022 was an incredible year. It was a year of growth for AgileDad, and we thank all of you for that. It was a year of growth for me personally. There's just so many things that have happened that have just yielded amazing results. And I thought it would be interesting to share something with you that I don't normally share. So I thought it'd be cool for you to hear this because this year our podcast has grown so much. I mean, we're talking ridiculous, crazy amounts. And some of the information that we got as far as data was concerned was incredible. Everything from this podcast being mentioned as a top 5 podcast on Spotify for business. I thought that was pretty incredible. To the number of plays that we had on our website alone. So just on the AgileDad website, we had 51,872 people play episodes on the website. So that's pretty impressive, right? And on average, every episode got at least a couple of hundred plays, which is incredible, right? Because everybody's got different ideas of what they want to listen to. So I'm humbled by the number of people and by the active participation that's happened. I'm humbled by all these amazing things. And I thought I would tell you a little more information about some interesting things that I learned along the way. So, according to all the episodes that were published on the Agile Dad podcast, what was our number one episode? Well, on April 1st, we published an episode called I Get Knocked Down, But I Get Up Again. And it was an inspirational episode, and it talked about rising above the things that have happened. And that still is our number one episode to date. Coming in at number 2 is another strong contender. Our number 2 episode was published on May 9th of 2022, and it's called 5 Tips to Become an Exceptional Product Owner. Now, both of these episodes had several thousand plays, but what I can tell you is this was one of my favorite episodes because it really did hone in on what you could do to be a great product owner. In third place, published on January 6th of 2022, the 11 Laws of Agile Estimation You Should Never Break. And I thought that was another incredible one just because it was published early in January and it made the cut. How about this one? Coming in at number 4, what is a high-performing team? It was an episode with Mike Cohn. It was published on May 16th of 2022. And we talked about the attributes and qualities of a high-performing team. Rounding it off at number 5, since we were going to cover the top 5, is 7 things you should do during sprint planning. And runners up or honorable mention were re-energize your daily stand-up, committing to less story points and honoring whip limit, 5 tips for a perfect retrospective. I guess what I'm trying to say is we've just had some pretty amazing episodes this year. And it blows my mind to think that we created over 1,776 minutes of brand new content. And that's more than 96% of other creators in our category. That puts us in the top 4% for the amount of content created. Absolutely incredible. But it's not a brag fest about me. What I wanted to do is lay down a resolution for you for the new year. And my resolution is going to go like this. We're going to keep this podcast going strong into the new year. We're going to activate a presence like you've never seen before online. You're going to see some pretty incredible things. And what I can promise you is that there are going to be new and additional course offerings, that you're going to see micro coaching being promoted like you've never seen before. This has been a pilot for us that has proven to be wildly successful. And you're going to see a lot of amazing things, including additions to our Giving Back series. We had an opportunity this past year to work with the military in all of the branches of the military. We've had an opportunity to work with dev moms and with tech moms and with lots of other organizations. We've had an opportunity to present at conferences worldwide and reignite the passion of presentation. This year has just been phenomenal. But I want to talk about one personal item, and it's kind of a funny one, but it's one that rang true to me. And it was an incident that I saw when I was out and about over the Christmas weekend. I saw a family and it broke my heart. All I saw was everybody had their own phone or their own device, and they were all on their own device. The kid had an iPad, the dad had a phone, the mom had a phone. And instead of paying any attention to each other, I don't know how they got anything done. They were just all focused on their phone and they were all focused on electronics. And I thought to myself, I was never ever in a situation where I didn't get some attention. And I just couldn't imagine what it would be like to be this child and not have any attention from my parents or from people that I cared about or to not interact with other kids. I mean, I got kicked out of the house and I couldn't come back until the streetlights came on, right? It sounds so old school. It makes me sound so old. But my challenge for you in this day and age when electronics are present is to find someone you care about and give them your undivided attention. Put down your phone when someone's talking to you. Find a way to extend yourself to other people and give them your full attention. And you'll be surprised what people do because I can tell you now, this proverb was one, it's an old Indian proverb, but it's one that I love. And it says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You need to care about people and bring this back into light. And what I can tell you is, even though 2022, from an income perspective, was down almost 30% from 2021, it doesn't scare me. It actually brings me hope because it gave me the ability to create all kinds of new content. It gave me the ability to build a wealth of knowledge based information that now I'm prepared to share with you so that we can grow together into 2023 and beyond. I wish you and all those close to you a happy and safe New Year celebration. And I look forward to being with you in 2023. Until then, until next year, stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.